today we're not going shopping, no, we're going to be having a little still life sketchery drawing session, so stick around if you want to join in. Hello and welcome to a Kooky corner of YouTube where we are going to do some Cosy Art Club drawing. This is our regular slot on a Sunday where we just take some time out to just have a blast with our art materials. This week I saw a reel on Instagram by Jenny Muncaster, and it was all about drawing kind of a still life, but things that you have in your cupboard at home, so like food packaging or detergents, or anything that you could just pull out of your cupboard and just have a go at doing some drawing with. I was quite inspired, so obviously I've been in here and pulled out a few things that I am going to have a go at. So with this, I think what Jenny used, she used like a marker, a permanent marker, and some of the tempera sticks, the kids' tempera sticks that dry instantly. But I loved it because it's kind of really such a free way of drawing. No pencils. So if that's a little bit scary to you, just go with it. You don't have to show anybody, just practice, have a go. So it's going straight in with like either a version of an ink or a marker or whatever, and then adding some colour over the top of it. And I've just had a blast because I've had a little go with a couple of the things that I've done, and I've done some videos of those as well as I've gone along. So I use different materials for each of the things that I've done. So I'm going to be doing one in real life time with you, and I'll show you some of the other ones that I've done with different materials in other speeded up kind of videos, so you can just see the process basically. But I've just had a blast with the ones that I've done. I really have had such fun, and it's kind of freeing not to have to be so precise. When we're drawing, sometimes we can get hung up on getting the line correct. When you go straight in with an ink or whatever it is that you're using that's more permanent, it's kind of a bit scary at first, and I do get that, but the point of it is it makes you much looser with your marks when you get into it, and accepting of any mistakes that you might make. So believe me, I make mistakes, so I'm quite happy now just to let them live on the piece, because it makes it more dynamic. Instead of just being a straightforward picture of whatever it is that you're trying to draw, you've got some movement in it. So the movement is in the lines that you make that weren't maybe quite right, but they add to the piece. Anyway, let me show you one of the bits that I did. And I've got a video for this one, but I'll be going through another one with you in real time. Let me grab out my book. So this one was my Marmite jar. You can see I've got lines all over the place that weren't correct. Is it accurate? Probably not. Is it my take on it? Absolutely yes. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for you to find your vision of whatever it is that you're trying to draw. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. It's actually better if it isn't, because it just shows, as I say, movement, dynamism, and it's not a photograph. You're not trying to recreate a photograph. You're doing an artistic representation of whatever it is that you're going to draw. So that was my Marmite one, and there is a video for that coming up next. I'm just thinking of what I used in that. In this one, it was a preppy ink pen with a carbon ink cartridge in it. The carbon ink is permanent, so if I went over it with something wet, which I did in this, it doesn't move. So you get that down first, get your line drawing down first, then go in with some colour. And the colour I used for this one was some really old watercolour pencils. I have these on my desk because I use these sketching wise, and they're just unbranded. I think they were from WH Smith's or something. And it was just like an unbranded set of watercolour pencils, and I used that for that. Also, you can see the colour is not perfect. It's not right, you know. Use what you have. I just say this, and it adds something to it. It's quite clear what it is, so you can play around with colour to a certain extent and just have fun with it, you know, just really have fun with whatever. So yeah, this was that and some watercolour pencils on top, and then I just went in with a brush afterwards, but you'll see on the video, so run that video. So just a quick word on some of the materials that I'm using, so that you can probably pick out from your stash whatever ones you've got. So obviously we have the watercolour pencils and my preppy ink pen. I've got a water brush because that's quite handy if you just want to activate your watercolour brushes, pencils, whatever. But other things you can use, and I'm just going to go through. I've got a whole host of things in this pencil case that are kind of mark making. I'll just go through them. And this one is a pocket brush pen. It's a perfect thing for using, but you have to be careful because it does different styles of lines and such. So let's go into the back of this. Where's my page? The scribbly bits. So you can get very, very fine marks with it, just using the tip, or you can go hell for leather and get some really thick marks with it. It's not for the faint-hearted because it does take a little bit of time to get a hang of, but if you practice a little bit beforehand, it's quite nice to see what kind of marks you can get. Put that one in there, out of the way. The preppy one that I was using before, I've got two of these. I have got a 0.5 and a 0.3 in preppy, just for different sizes of lines, and these have both got carbon ink cartridges in them, so that's kind of a nice thin line. You can kind of scribbly with it a bit. This one's a thicker one, so you can see that's a thicker line. Got a little bit of ink on the end of there, which I need to clean off really. But yeah, you can go to town with those. So fountain pens. even if they're the ones that aren't permanent, you can have fun with just drawing in ink and then just going in with a little bit of water over the top, and that looks awesome when you do that as well. So if you don't want to add a colour, don't add colour. Just do you know, enjoy having fun. Uni pins, they're kind of like a singular line. What else have we got that you can use? This is a permanent ink marker in a fine. Yeah. So that's a permanent marker. Test on your paper, make sure it's not going through to the other side. That's a Copic marker, it's similar to the pocket ink pen. This one is, I'll just show you this one because to show you what kind of thing you can do is, that one is not permanent, but go in with a water brush afterwards and you can get all kinds of tones and lines and things. That's quite handy if that's what you're wanting to get, just to get some kind of a greys and other colours from using your ink. So that's useful to have as well. So yeah, anything that you've got, if you've got none of those and all you've got is a ballpoint pen, this is a great little tool for drawing and sketching with. I have done whole pieces just with ballpoint pen. It's great for getting shapes and things down. So a ballpoint pen, and that is permanent once it's down, because look, I'm going over it with water, but it's not moving. So that is a permanent mark on your page. Anyway, that's enough of the line marking. Let's have a look at a few options that you can use for your colouring. Now, I said watercolour pencils, drawing inks. These are a set of drawing inks I've had for a while. These are the Koh-i-Noor hard moss ones. And I think there's, I don't know if there's 10 in here. Yeah, 10 different inks in all different primary-ish colours. You can see them on the front there. So we've got a purple and a pink as well, and a black and white. So those are good to use. Ecoline inks are also good to use. And these, I love these PBO Colorex ones. They come in a variety of different colours as well. There's the Dr. P.H. Martin's concentrated watercolours, and also, I think I've got another one of those there, and the distress inks. So you can use those to paint into your work as well. Failing that, good old trusty tempera paint sticks, and I'm going to be using those, or I have used them on one of my pieces, but I might use them for the next bit I do as well. Or mix them all up, have fun, make a right old mess on make a right old mess on your desk like I do. So I'm going to do this tomato soup can, and I'm going to put it pride of place on top of my water jar there and just sketch it now. So let's have a little go. Grab out my book. You could actually line a few of these items up to make like a still life if you wanted to, so you could sketch them all together. I'm quite enjoying them being at centre stage on their own pieces. Right, where's my pen that I'm going to use for this one? I reckon I might just use a ballpoint pen just for this, just for the heck. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to get in the top of my can. It's kind of like a long oval, isn't it? Long stretched out oval, and it's got a bit of a recess in there too. And then I'm going to go down with my sides. Don't worry if it's wonky, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's just you learning how your materials work, learning what kind of materials suit you best, and having fun. Having fun is the main one. Okay, so we've got our Heinz logo here. Try and get this into the top bit. It's probably going to be wonky. I don't know about you, but I tend to draw better on one side than I do on the other side. I don't know what that is. Make that a bit wider. So that goes down there. That kind of comes out there and out there. And it comes down at an angle down here. And around the bottom, and I've got a tomato here, so I'm going to stick that in. On my can I've got a little tomato with its little spiky leaf on top there. Got one here as well, and get that one on, just to show that it's tomato soup and not chicken or minestrone. They actually helpfully put tomatoes on there for you to see. There's a lot of tomatoes on this one actually, so I might as well just get them in now. There's my tomatoes. Now, going in for my sketching. Now the words on here are white, so I'm just going to go around the edges. I also find that I never leave enough room for all the lettering. But again, that kind of adds to the fun of it. You just have to wing it sometimes. So I'm getting my N in there and my Z. See, again, I've not left enough room, but I don't mind, it's all good. Then we've got the established in 1869. So E-S-T and a little D with the dot underneath it. 1869. 1869. Then we've got small. And if you get blobs on your pen like I do, I just keep a piece of cloth on one side just to rub it on the end occasionally, because that's the only problem with ballpoint pen, is they do tend to blob a little. But again, you can incorporate that into your piece. I would just embrace the blob. Embrace the blob. Embrace the wonk, embrace the blob. This is, I'm just gonna, it's kind of not central. I'm just winging it. Now I need a big tomato. Not an actual tomato, the word tomato. So again, that's in white on my can. So I'm just going to do the outlining. What's the betting this is going to look wonky as well? You'll know what it is. Yeah, it's not going to fit on. I'm just going to make it smaller. There we go, and get my O in there. Tomato, and then soup underneath in case you didn't know. And then we've got a little banner. Some little banner is there. And it says, no artificial colours. Colours or preservatives. I'm not going to worry if you can read it too much, because it's just a drawing, okay? It's all good. On top of here, by the way, I've got a ring pull, so I'm going to get that in now as well. It's kind of like a weird ovally shape, like such. And got that on the end there. And then inside there, there's all kind of little circles, because it's the top of the can. So we've got our drawing down. It's just try and be fluid, don't worry about it too much, just enjoy. I've missed a tomato up here. You can't miss out the tomatoes in tomato soup. That's crazy talk. Is there one there? There is. There's another tomato. I've got 6 tomatoes. Way. Okie doke. Right, now I'm going to go in with my inks. Which inks am I going to use for this one? I think I'm going to go in with this coral first and then do the tomatoes in a more of a red colour. So I'm grab my little palette out here. Shaky, shaky. Don't forget to shaky your inks up a bit. Get me coral in there. And a painty brush. And I'm just gonna use the vibrancy of this coral. Hopefully when I use the darker colour, I've gone over my green bit there, don't worry about it. We'll go in with something else. We're not going to worry. The more of these you do as well, the more confident you become in your style of drawing. So, and I'm not worrying about if I go over the edges either. That's another thing I'm not going to worry about. It is not keeping in the lines kind of a drawing. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Now I need my red. So I'm going to use the drawing ink, I think, for this one. Where's my red? It's more of a tomatoey colour. It's going to wipe off my brush. Get rid of the coral. Oh, that's a beautiful colour, actually, the coral. Really like that. So in effect, on the actual tin itself, they're kind of very similar. The tomatoes and the can label are very much of a similar colour. But we're not going to worry about that, are we? Will some come out? Can I just tip it? There we go, that should be enough. It's plenty. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave a bit of area there to put my green stalks in. So it's kind of a different red. It's in the same family, but it looks like the can. Do, 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 do. It's quite a nice day for being indoors and doing some painting today. We've had some beautiful sunshine lately, and I thought that was it, spring was here, and then nope. We need some more cold and some more dark days. Although this morning was not dark because the clocks went forward. So that means it will be lighter at night in our part of the world later this evening. I'm just going to take my lid off my water here. Cast, I want to get some green onto those stalks. So I'm going to leave that for a minute and go in and do the label, which is black. But I'm not going to do black. Or am I? I might do black, actually. I might try and make it a little bit more watered down there. That's actually, what's that I've got on my thing? Can I use that? Yeah, let's use that. I've got some, it's not gouache, it's like a poster paint. So I'm going to use that because that might work. Yeah, that's fine. That's not too dark, so it's not going to go over my, well, it's going to go over my lettering, but it's not going to cause it to be unreadable. Hopefully, anyway. Still got a bit of red on my brush. Let's get that going a little bit. Yeah, I've kind of obliterated that underneath there. I'm doing a bit too heavy. But hey, it's all good. It's all good. Gonna go around here. Looks quite brown with that bit of red in it, doesn't it? We're not trying to do perfection, people. It's not who can do the most photorealistic drawing of a can. It's doing something that's got a little bit of character to it. I'd really love to have got some of those beautiful sardine cans. I've seen so many of those. I think they'd be ace to draw. I'd love to draw those. Cool. Right. Now I need to go in with that green. So I shall grab out a green. That's probably too green. Maybe I could go in with a little bit of watercolour pencil and add my green in that way. So watercolour, Inktense pencils work just as well also. And let's see if I can get a little bit of this green. I quite like this inky stuff. Having fun with the inks. I don't need too much. Just need a little bit in my palette. Yeah, that's a bit darker. Add in some of those green tomato stalks. Cool. Now the label that says no artificial colours or preservatives is yellow. So what have I got here? I've got mustard seed. What's that like? Let's dab a bit out. It might be a bit dark actually. Oh, I know what I've got. I've got this concentrated P.H. Martin daffodil yellow. Put some of that in there. This is really concentrated, by the way. You need very little of this. Look at it. Beautiful. Get that on there. Like so. There, we've got our Heinz can. Now the only bit I haven't got on here is the actual can colour itself. Thinking. Do I want to add in a grey pencil? That might be an idea. Got one somewhere. That's the colourless blender. That's not going to work, is it? So where's me grey pencils? You can hear me rustling around in the background here. Silver grey, that'll do. This one is not a watercolour pencil, but I'm just gonna add it in anyway. Just using the side of the pencil just to scribble it in, just to give a suggestion of that can colour underneath there. And around the edges of that Heinz label there, that was yellow as well. So where's me brush gone? There it is. I'm going to get that in too. Whoops, dab it in the red by mistake. Adds a little pop of colour to that edge of the label there. Taking that down. It's actually, I think it's kind of like a gold colour on the label, but yellow will do. And just to top it off, I'm not going to splatter in red. I'm going to splatter around it, just for the heck. A bit of green on there as well. Splattery spatter. And we're done. Now the only other thing I want to add in here is a little bit of a shadow underneath. I might get a darker grey for that. gunmetal, perfect. And I'm just going to add a shadow underneath it, so we can see that it's not standing in space. Well, it might be. Who knows? There we go. One tomato soup can. I'll put this next to it. You won't be able to tell the difference at all. Hey! So there we have it. Have some fun with your pieces, and I'll show you another couple that I've done in different media. So let me move this out of the way for a second. I did them in a different book, just because it was my underpage. Haha, there it is. This one was done in the tempura sticks. So I did my outline and did it in the tempura sticks, and that was like a gold tempura stick on top, which gave that can. Let me find a can, because this has got like a gold colour. So that was my Spam can. And the other one I did, which was also in the tempura sticks, was my Ribena bottle, which is that one. So yeah, have had an absolute blast with this. My desk looks like a bomb has hit it at the moment, but it has been such fun. So if you want to have a go, I'd love to see what you do with yours. Don't forget, we've got the Facebook group where you can post any of the things that you want to. Don't feel like you have to. If you want to keep this just for yourself, that's absolutely fine. Perfectly fine. But if you want to share and get some idea of what other people have done as well, maybe with this, pop along to the Facebook group. I'll put some pictures up of my little efforts and hopefully I'll see some of yours as well. That would be really good. So I'll see you back here very soon with something else. Bye for now.